Hello everyone, Matt Thompson with you here at the Peter MacCallum Cancer Institute in Melbourne. Of course, Friday night's clash between Carlton and Collingwood being played for the Peter Mac Cup. Now, there's lots to talk about at both clubs. Let's begin with Carlton and Andrew Carrazzo facing the press a short time ago. Of course, he was going to be asked about all the speculation surrounding coach Brett Ratten. He says the leadership group really has to step up and take some responsibility.
Obviously, it's the role of the senior coach to be the face of the club and take the brunt of the criticism, but yeah, it's about time some of that criticism came back on the players. We're the ones out there that are playing. We're the ones that got to lift our performance to get us back up to where we want to be.
Andrew Carrazzo there backing his coach all the way, as you would expect. Michael Jamieson, by the way, all okay to take part in Friday night's clash as well. Now, injuries, of course, the story at Collingwood and some big names on the comeback trail. Scott Pendlebury, of course, he's saying he's going to play train today. Chris Tarrant, also a chance to come back into the side, and Alan Didak, all going to be available, according to the Pies today. But it is really now a selection question as to whether or not they do all come back into the team. We spoke to Chris Dawes about that.
That's the thing. They train today, and all three, if they're not playing this week, I think they won't be far off. As far as selection goes, I'm not sure. It's probably a bit early in the week to know any of that, but I'd say those three are all strong chances for this week.
Okay, so there we go, the word from inside both camps. Staying on one of the clubs involved, Carlton, and Brock McLean has opened up for the first time about the tweeting fiasco that he got himself involved in last week. He's kind of put it back on the person that was tweeting him, and he says that he gets a lot of abusive tweets, and really the people out there, the general public, need to take some responsibility. Here's what he had to say on the Carlton website.
Well, the idea of retweeting stuff like that is to get those people to taste their own medicine and to sort of get those trolls, out there known, and so they don't tweet stuff like that to people.
The Cats are continuing to enjoy the Gold Coast sunshine ahead of their clash with the Suns on Sunday. Matthew Stokes explaining what happened when he and Taylor Hunt had to be rescued from the ocean by surf lifesavers.
Well, we just got stuck out on a sandbar, and it was pretty smart by my behalf, either swim in or get towed in. So I decided to get the help in, and obviously lots been made of it, and I actually had my mum ring up pretty upset last night, and I had to try and explain to her it was nothing, and obviously that's what media can do. It can make something out of nothing, and they did that very well yesterday. It was nothing, but I had a little bit of fun with it, and the boys are too, so I think I've got some flighties for today, and hopefully the lifeguards look after me a little bit more. But
at Whitten Oval, a rare midweek appearance from first-year coach Brendan McCartney. Brendan, we don't see you too much during the week. How you going? How's things?
I'm coaching like I have been for 13 weeks. You mean I don't do many press conferences, or?
Yeah, it's just an observation. We come down to the club and we don't talk to you that frequently. So
No, well, I think I get on pretty well with most people who in football. I don't avoid people, but I prefer to spend most of my time coaching and helping our players. But I think it's pretty clear we have a policy here where we put different people to speak to the media, and I think it's really good for our players to learn to handle themselves in a media conference and build good relationships and respect the importance of that side of the game. So that's a fundamental philosophy of ours.
Plenty of attention on young gun Mitch Wallace, absent on the weekend, not omitted but rested, according to the coach, who says the Rising Star nominee was on the verge of an injury.
Like most clubs, Matt, we have a recovery monitoring system, and as a young player he was reporting significant soreness in muscles that when they break it's 3 or 4 weeks out, and early signs of some illness. So these players, especially younger players, are like all of us. When you get tired and run down, something breaks, and for that reason him, Ace and Mark Austin all had a week off.
Love him or loathe him, you have to respect him. On the eve of his 250th game, controversial Saints goal sneak Stephen Milne has exclusively told AFL.com.au's Luke Holmesby about an unlucky break that still haunts him.
Hayes belting the ball forward. Johnson quickly off the mark. Milne, you're the best. Ball bouncing. Scores a level. Oh, no. What are you doing next week?
Could you have got to that ball?
No, we're sitting probably a couple of metres away now, and that's probably where the ball landed. There's not a night goes by that I don't think of that moment in my life, and where would I be right now if that ball had bounced my way. It could have changed my life and changed the whole footy club's life. But
And that's just about it for the footy news so far this Tuesday. Of course, more stories continuing to develop, and as they do, we'll have updates here online, including Daniel Jackson from the Tigers challenging his striking suspension at the tribunal tonight. Click back soon for the very latest.